Scandals at the Texas Lottery. It's October 10th, 2025, and these are your headlines. We start today's show with a look back at the Texas Lottery scandals this year. Texas lawmakers dismantled the Texas Lottery Commission earlier this year following a string of explosive scandals that rocked the state's gambling industry. The move came after a series of investigations revealed illegal ticket sales, foreign involvement, and a massive jackpot rigging scheme tied to online resellers like Lottery.com. Former executive director Gary Grief allegedly authorized the sale of lottery tickets to international buyers and allowed online resellers to operate illegally in Texas before abruptly retiring in 2024. Then, in early 2025, federal prosecutors indicted a Russian operative at Lottery.com for securities fraud. Around the same time, a leaked recording from a Lottery.com office showed children printing tickets with vendor IGT, which has now been rebranded as Brightstar, reportedly supervising. The scheme led to a $95 million jackpot, which lawmakers later called a clear case of money laundering. Under pressure, Grief's successor Ryan Mindell resigned and then later joined FanDuel, which operates fantasy sports betting in Texas, despite some legal objections there as well. Governor Greg Abbott and Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick have since called on the Texas Rangers and FBI to investigate the scandal, and in response, lawmakers abolished the Lottery Commission, banned online ticket resales, and transferred oversight to the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation. Those investigations into the Texas Lottery remain ongoing. A professors' union at Texas Tech University is attacking school leaders for enforcing new state and federal rules recognizing, get this, only two biological sexes. Earlier this week, the Texas Tech chapter of the American Association of University Professors, that's basically the union for professors, released a letter condemning Texas Tech Chancellor Ted Mitchell's memo last month, which directed faculty to follow laws affirming biological sex and ordering a system-wide curriculum review. The union accused administrators of pressuring professors to remove targeted content and cancel classes related to gender, sexuality, and diversity. They claimed the reforms violate academic freedom and free speech. Well, Chancellor Mitchell cited President Donald Trump's January 2025 executive order, Governor Greg Abbott's letter to state agencies earlier this year, and House Bill 229, which defines sex as male and female. Bill author, State Representative Ellen Troxler, said that all state universities must comply with the law, and claims to the contrary are false. The professors demanded written guidance and a greater faculty role in policymaking as part of a broader resistance from AAUP chapters statewide to ongoing university reforms. The dispute comes as regents prepare for new Chancellor Brandon Creighton to take over on November 10th, following passage of Senate Bill 37, which he authored and ended shared governance and shifted more authority to boards of regents.
Real Texan.
I hope you'll sit down with Texas Scorecard every Sunday as we visit with real Texans who are doing real things to make the Lone Star State shine even brighter. We're going to be talking to activists and politicians, but we're also going to be talking with men and women who are shaping business in Texas and driving for a better culture.
In El Paso, the 8th day of Texas redistricting trial, being covered diligently by our legal correspondent Travis Morgan this past week or two here, focused on expert testimony and lawmakers defending the state's new congressional map, which adds 5 new Republican opportunity districts ahead of the elections next year. Civil rights groups, including LULAC, the NAACP, and MALDEF, claim the map discriminates against minority voters. The state, however, says the process was driven purely by partisan goals, not by race. Expert witness Dr. Jeffrey Lewis testified for the state, arguing that the data shows partisan, not racial impact, with both Black and Hispanic Democrats disadvantaged roughly the same as white Democrats, while minority Republicans actually benefit. On cross-examination, Senator Phil King, who chaired the Senate Redistricting Committee, reiterated that race was not considered in drawing the maps. He cited the U.S. Supreme Court's Rucho decision, saying lawmakers are not obligated to preserve majority-minority districts. State Representative Cody Vasut, who led the House's efforts, also testified, insisting the Department of Justice letter cited early in the process had no bearing on how Republicans voted. The state's final expert, Dr. Sean Tren, began his testimony yesterday criticizing earlier claims from the plaintiff's analysts. Now, the three-judge panel will decide whether Texas's new map stands for the 2026 midterm election. Appeals are expected regardless of the ruling. For more of today's stories, go to texasscorecard.com.